What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Customer Engagement Lab. Great to have Katy from Drink Katy's on here. Woohoo! Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Customer Engagement Lab. On this episode, I interview the bubbling, amazing Katy Kopstad, who is the CEO and founder of Drink Katy's, a wonderful tea and coffee beverage company. And we learned and covered a whole lot in this episode. We talked about how she started from a $5,000 loan from her parents to making over $2 million in sales. It's an awesome, incredible success story. She talks about the obstacles that she's overcome selling through Amazon. And at the very end, we play a fun game of Are You In or Are You Out? For the full viewing experience, make sure you check us out on YouTube or Wistia on our website. And we hope you enjoy this one. Thanks so much. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Customer Engagement Lab. Today, I am joined by the official caffeine queen of Tampa Bay. Our special guest owns and operates an amazing coffee and tea company that offers handcrafted, small batch drinks made from the finest ingredients around the world. I'm actually drinking some of it right now. I've got it here. If you're watching the YouTube video, I've got a little package. I ordered mine on Amazon. Like I said, dozens of her products are found on Amazon. They're sold across hundreds of your favorite restaurants, boutiques, cafes, all around the U.S. We are so hyped to introduce Katy Kopstad, the founder and CEO of Drink Katy's. Welcome, Katy.
Let's go. So excited to be here. Thank you, Travis, for that wonderful introduction.
I gotta get the crowd hyped. I gotta, do it justice. You've been so much fun to prepare for this podcast, and I'm so inspired. We'll get into so much, but before we do all that, I found a TikTok video of you having nightmares while sleeping, which I know sounds creepy. But I was just wondering if we could watch it real quick, and then you could speak to it. Here's the clip. Sean, go ahead.
Oh, running a small business. I need to hire more employees. I can't do this all myself. Supply chain issues. It's affecting my inventory. Oh God, my Amazon business. The wholesalers. I need more customers. Ah! Oh, it's just a nightmare. Oh wait, no, this is reality. I think I'll just drink some more caffeine. I just need some more tea and coffee. Yeah, that'll fix it.
Oh my gosh, you are so fun.
What do you have to say about that? Is that at all relatable?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say that is my morning, every single day. But at the end of it too, you just wake up and you're like, wow, this I get to fulfill my dream every day. And even though it's crazy and everything, it's such a roller coaster. One morning you'll be crying, one day you'll be having the best day of your entire life. But I wouldn't change it for the world. And I'm so excited to share my story with you and all your listeners today to inspire others. And I'm always here as an ally to answer any business questions that anyone might have.
That's awesome. I shared that clip with my friend who owns a barbershop here in St. Pete. And he was like, you're, first of all, ridiculous. But second of all, holy crap. So many of my friends that are entrepreneurs, this is exactly what they struggle with. So I wanted to kick things off. We're going to get to your story, and I want to hear that and share that with the audience. But
awesome.
Right off the top, we did a study here at PandaDoc on the top business challenges and just pain points that SMBs have. And I have a list of 6 of them, and I wanted to see which of these resonates most with you.
Okay.
Okay, so finding the right talent to hire.
Okay.
Identifying the right software and technologies to support my business. Trying to keep up with business and sales. Not having as many resources as a bigger corporation. High stress and fatigue. Like the TikTok.
Yeah.
And wearing too many hats, having to take on multiple jobs at the business.
Okay, do you want the hardest and first?
You just tell me which ones literally made you cringe.
Absolutely off the top, it is wearing the most hats. As a small business owner, and this is everything that I've learned growing up, like with entrepreneurial parents is you need to, one, know how to do absolutely everything in your business, but two, like pretty much you are doing absolutely everything in your business on a day-to-day basis. It's the inventory, the accounting, the manufacturing, the future development, the advertising, the packing of orders, it's customer service. Like people see like the final end product, they see it on Amazon, they see it on my website, but you just never realize everything that goes into like getting that product there. So that's definitely the number one pain point for me.
You're right on the money because 30% of respondents said that was the number one problem.
Yeah,
so that lines up.
And then just for me right now, it's keeping up with business and sales. Like as I'm starting to grow and scale, it's keeping up with all these customers and acquiring them, which is it's just honestly the most exciting thing in the entire world. So it's not even a pain point.
I saw your map on your website.
Yeah.
You're all over. Like your tea and coffee is being sold like in hundreds of locations.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
I know. And it's just me out there. Everyone's like, how did you get these customers? And I'm just like, I'm a hustler. Like I just go and ask and I just will talk to anybody who wants to listen. But some more things I want to get into in the episode later is how I'm starting to focus more on a national level and trying to get my products throughout the United States rather than just here local as well. And there's some great websites. Like I literally got 4 orders yesterday from boutiques in all different states that are going to be selling my stuff wholesale as well. So it's just so exciting to see it grow every day. And my little Find That map just like getting bigger and brighter. So
dang. Okay, so let's talk about your story because it's really interesting. I don't want to tell it. You tell it. Like, how did this all come to be?
Okay. Well, my story is very fun. So here, like, it's a very long story because it spans my entire life, but this is a very short synopsis of it that hopefully you guys can get some like good like knowledge out of. So it all started when I was a kid. Like I literally was the girl that I didn't have a lemonade stand. Like I had a coffee stand, like literally selling cappuccinos in front of my house. And that's all because I grew up in the coffee and tea industry. My parents own a business that what we do is we sell wholesale, like commercially to like restaurants and hotels. So I've like grown up in this business my entire life. That's why I consider myself LOL, the caffeine queen. But yeah, so I grew up in this business and it's just always been a passion of mine. As well as back in high school, I started a nonprofit called Royalty for Reading. And what I did was give thousands and thousands of books that I donated to the food bank of Manatee. And I just had such a passion for like giving and spreading love and getting back to the community and different charities. So when thinking about what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, I really wanted to meld like those two passions. And that's what gave me the confidence to start this business and start this venture. So it was the love of like coffee and tea and also like finding a niche in the market. So I was walking a grocery store aisle one day and I noticed Barney's Coffee and Larry's Coffee and Pete's Coffee and the Tea Guys and Harney and Sons. And I'm like, where is the coffee and tea company owned by women? Like that's for women. Like there was not a single women brand. So that's like when I realized that I was like, wait, like I know this industry. I know like everything about it. I was like, it was always my dream to create like my own products and have my own brand. So that's what I did a year and a half ago, and meshing that with like my love of giving back. That's why my mission is Love is Brewing, and it's my mission just to spread love.
Yeah.
So that's really how it all started, and now it's just absolutely insane. I launched on Amazon a year and a half ago. That's how I initially launched this entire company. And in a year and a half, I have close to $2 million in sales.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. It's actually wild. Like every single day I wake up and I'm like, wait, is this a dream? But that's why this is like one of my first podcasts I've ever done. But I really just truly want to tell my story to one, let other women and entrepreneurs know, like, this is how I did it. This is what I did wrong. This is what I did right. Just to inspire others that they could do it as well.
So let's talk about that. What are some of the major challenges? When we were having our pre-interview, you were cracking me up with some of these stories. but I feel like you've got a couple of them. And this is the part where I think a lot of folks, they want to hear this stuff because they're struggling with it too. Like I was trying to search, I made my own TikTok for you, but in the process I was like looking up small business challenges on TikTok, and a vast majority of the videos were like really sad. And people being like, I ordered all this product and I can't sell it, or like all sorts of different issues. So what challenges have you had to overcome?
Well, it seems like there's a new challenge every single day, but that's like, I truly feel like each challenge is a blessing, and it makes me realize like how to pivot and turn my business to be that much better. So when I originally started, I knew that I wanted to start an e-commerce online business and sell products online. I'm like, Amazon is the way of the future. Because I thought about like the way that I make my own purchases, and I literally buy like everything off Amazon. Like every single time I get a package, I'm just like, yes, Amazon came today.
Yeah, a little dopamine hit.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, this is so exciting. So I was like, this is like, I need to like start this brand, and I need to figure out how to get it on Amazon. So that is what I did, and I joined this like amazing program that I found. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to DM me, and I can tell you everything about this program. But they literally taught me every single thing from building out a product to launching it on Amazon to becoming like the top spots on Amazon and all of the above. But my challenges with that is like primarily a ton of my business right now is on Amazon, and like you're really just like at their mercy. Like, and there is just so many challenges that come with that. Like pre-COVID, it used to only take about a week to get your product in stock, like once you sent it out. But now it's taking like 1 to 2 months. So like you're having to like fund all this extra inventory, like just to be able to get it in stock. So that's one of the challenges, as well as like one time, like one of the warehouses that my product was in, like they figured out it had like mold in it. So like all my product was like unsellable, like during Christmas, like during the busiest time of the year. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like what do I do? But you just pivot and you learn from it. And, you know, Amazon is just such an amazing platform. And it's the way that I've been able to start and grow my business and get it to millions of consumers on their website. So,
and then when you had that happen with the mold issue, did you, when you pivoted, did you like take matters into your own hands? You're like, I'm just going to ship this out to the people that ordered? Or like, how did you handle that?
Okay, so that's exactly what I did. So I... like right now, so like in order to get Prime shipping, which I learned about all this in the course, like you have to have it fulfilled by Amazon. So that means that you have to send the products into Amazon for them to fulfill. But you can do, like you don't get the little Prime check mark, but you can fulfill it yourselves. So like luckily, like since my business has grown, I have my own like warehouse and stuff now. So when this happened, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I am just going to fulfill this myself. Like this might be the craziest thing I've ever done, but I'm just going to sit here and fulfill all these orders so I can like continue to keep my business afloat.
Yeah.
But one thing like amazing that I learned from that is, so I like sell, one of my products I sell on Amazon is larger coffee filters that like, you know how when you buy like the short ones in the store, like coffee grounds get like all over?
Every time.
Yeah, every single time. So that was like a problem I found. So I was like, I need to create coffee filters that have like taller walls that like you don't get the grounds in. So that's what I did, and that's one of my products on Amazon. So I started fulfilling all these like larger coffee filters, but since I was fulfilling it, that gave me the great idea. I was like, I should just start putting a coffee sample inside these boxes going out, so that way people can try my coffee and then like hopefully order it like off my own personal website. But then that gave me the idea like, oh, like why don't I just start putting a coffee sample inside every single coffee filter going out through Amazon? So that's what I've done, and it's honestly like people try my coffee and it's driven so much traffic and sales like to my own personal website. So that's just one example how like a challenge, you think, you be creative, you pivot, and it ends up being that much better for your business.
That is so cool to hear, and it's a brilliant way to do free trials.
Exactly.
I was just talking with my boss about free trials in an episode when we're talking about software, and you're talking here about coffee, and like it's a freemium product. Here,
Exactly.
try it.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I'm just like, I know my coffee's the best and it's just so great. So I'm like, if I can get it in front of people, like into their kitchen, I already know like that they have a coffee pot and they will try it. Like it's just that much more likely that they're going to buy it from me and off my website.
You're employing a brilliant product-led strategy.
Yeah.
That's so cool. One of the biggest differences between your business and the one that your parents ran for 30 years is the emphasis on digital, social media, and e-commerce.
Yeah.
Why'd you go that route? I mean, I know you said like you buy everything on Amazon, but we definitely need to dive into some of the social media stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a few different reasons why I did that. And honestly, just to be completely honest with everyone listening, the first reason why I did it is I was just seeing like all these videos of like the hashtag laptop lifestyle and you can work from anywhere. And at that time, like I just loved to travel and I was single and traveling the world. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I could build a business and be in like, you know, like in the Maldives, like working on my little laptop, which now I realize that like, that's actually like not very like practical because, you know, like I actually am working, but I found too that like now I get such an enjoyment out of my business and making those sales and spreading love in the world that it's even better than going to the Maldives. So everyone start a business.
You're not over here like inventing Anna, just being like, I'm living this posh lifestyle.
Yeah. But then the other reason why I decided to go e-commerce is like I just knew that it was the way of the future. Yeah. I'm like, if I can get on an Instagram story and like make some new friends and be like, hey, my coffee and tea is the best. This is why you need it. I knew that that was going to make me so happy, as well as just spreading love in the world. So it's my like life's mission and passion to like change the world. And I know that like I can't do it myself. So I was like, if I can get my coffee and teas into every house in America and it makes them like so happy and positive and just like want to go about their day and like spread love and joy and smile at a stranger, that like we could just start this whole community of people changing the world together. And so that was really the idea that I had. And I knew the only way to get in touch with that many people is through the internet.
I think you've done an excellent job of blending like empathy marketing and tapping into the emotional, like the emotion of buyers that, you know, like folks who started that really well were like Tom's and being able to offer a product that does more. And I think this is a really unique way, and just like anybody that goes onto your website sees like where you're donating to, and like you have the logos of like the different places that like their purchases are going towards. And that is so cool. That is so much better than buying Starbucks K-Cups. No offense, Starbucks.
Yeah. Yeah, which I will say about that too, just for everyone listening, if you're thinking about building a business, I highly, highly, highly recommend 1000%. Do something that you're passionate about. Do something that makes you happier every single day. That's going to give you the motivation to wake up on those bad days and keep doing it. Like Tom's Shoes or my business. Like if you're changing the world or making someone smile brighter or making someone feel better about themselves, like it's just going to give you so much more drive to like put everything that you have into it rather than just selling something that means absolutely nothing to you.
What tools have been most helpful for you, especially on the digital part of your business? You mentioned a course you took, but what else have you been using to be where you're at today?
Okay, so yes, definitely that course, Amazing Selling Machine. So it was my parents gave me a $5,000 investment when I first started this business. Like I have done everything growing it to right now. I looked this morning, I'm doing $116,000 a month in sales on Amazon, and that is all from this course. Wow. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask me. But one thing they teach you in the course is there's all these companies and like marketing or like online platforms. Like the one I use right now is called Zoof, Zoof. And basically like one, it keeps track of your sales and your profits every day. But like it has like the software that you can go onto Amazon.com and literally look up every single item in the world that's on there, how many sales they're doing a day, like
that's cool.
Their revenue, their profits, everything. Like if you would look up like that thermos, like I could literally go to that thermos's listing and like see the sales that they're doing every single day. So that like tells you whether or not like, hey, this is going to be a great product for you to like source in and sell, or this is going to be a bad product. Like they're not making any money, which I just personally had no idea like that stuff even existed.
Yeah.
Like how can you just like have this software that just tells you what everyone's making?
Some competitive intelligence and analysis of being able to be like, this is a super crowded market, and
Exactly.
you know, the profits are not going to be stellar.
Exactly. So yeah, that is like a huge asset for me. But then as well as a few things that I found out recently, like I just the stamped IO, like I now have like reviews on my website where I'm starting to get reviews and people can upload pictures. I'm starting to do an affiliate program. So Dovetail is the affiliate program that I'm using to start to build that. And then the other two things I know I wanted to mention, there's a thing called faire.com, FAIRE. And it's for every single like boutique owner in America. They can go onto this website and like shop at wholesale prices things they want to put into their store. So that's what I just mentioned earlier, that like I literally got 4 boutique orders yesterday from like, I didn't even have to make a sale. Like they were just like on my little thing and sell my products. And now like my products are going to be carried in their stores, which is just my dream coming true. Like, cause I've always wanted to sell like my stuff to really cute boutiques. And then finally, the last thing I know I wanted to mention was rangeme.com. I don't know if you've heard of it, but so I was looking into like, how do I get my products in like Whole Foods, grocery stores, or like in Target, or like on HSN, like if I wanted to go do like a TV thing. And it's all through this like website called Range Me now. Like Whole Foods doesn't want thousands of emails clogging up their system. Range Me is like the Amazon for like food, like grocery store buyers. So they go there, they see all your wholesale pricing, they ask for samples, and like that's how you make the connection to all these grocery stores now.
Wow. I've always wondered, like, how do these people get their stuff? Like, I buy another local drink that I really enjoy is Mother Kombucha.
Okay, yeah.
They're all over Florida Publix's, and like that's what I got. I was like, how do they get in here?
Right? Yeah, believe me, I wondered the exact same thing, and that's why I just got on Google. I'm like, how did they do this? So yeah, I think it's just like really consolidating the way that grocery stores make their decisions. So that's, for me, that's like 5 to 10 year goal is to get into grocery stores. But as I like to think as an entrepreneur, you can't make a sale unless you have your fishing line in the water.
Yeah.
So you're never going to catch that big grouper unless you have a rod in the water. So that's kind of like has been my strategy the past couple months, is just kind of put myself like everywhere. And even though like it might not like hit right now, you never know, like a year from now, that might be when I get my big Whole Foods deal.
Yeah, I think that's a really good long-term marketing strategy, is to be in a lot of different places. But it sounds like this is like where I really want to get to, because your social media is just so much fun. And I think that's where I've seen you double down, just in scrolling through, looking at your audience growth and things like that. So how did you amass 18,000 followers on Instagram?
And like 60,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit wild. Okay, so I will just say, up until about a week ago, I did absolutely everything on my social media by myself. Like it was just me, like behind like my, like, you know, like doing all my DMs and taking pictures and my graphics and inspiration. And that's been amazing. But how I did it is just a combination of a few different things. So one, TikTok has just been absolutely incredible for me. All it takes is one video to go viral, and like your business can literally blow up. Like, and I have so many friends that they're like, oh my gosh, like I got all these videos and now I have all these orders. This is so exciting. So TikTok is where I originally like went viral with a few videos and got all these followers. But then on my Instagram is like you can create like much more of like a personal one-on-one connection. And I don't consider my followers. I literally consider them my friends.
Yeah.
And like one way I engage them, since this is the customer engagement lab, is I make sure to personally DM like every single person that follows me. Like I look at their pictures, like I'm like, oh, I love your cat. Like, you know, like I start a conversation, as well as then give them like a 20% off discount code for my products or whatever through that. So on my Instagram, it's been a mixture of my friends and family, some viral reels that like went big, as well as like the local markets and stuff that I do. Every single one of my orders comes with this free 14-karat gold little heart bracelet, because I just want people to like look at it every day and like that to be the reminder to spread love.
It's really cute. I like that.
Yeah, isn't it cute? I think it would look good on you. No, I'm just kidding. But so at the local markets, like I would give people a free one for a follow on Instagram. And I'm like, people go crazy for free stuff. They're just like, yes, follow, give me the bracelet. Like, I want that bracelet. It's so cute. So that's been like another really creative way that I've gotten that many followers. But then as well, like I have collaborated with people for giveaways. So like I did one with Candace King from Vampire Diaries. So it's kind of like one of those things like, hey, like follow these people to win this giveaway. So that's like the other way that I amassed my Instagram following so far.
I am loving this. I can't wait to go back and like re-listen to this episode. You have so many like great strategies that you've employed. The one that really resonated with me was that you take such a humanistic approach to social media. I was trying to explain this to somebody recently who was like, because I help grow our audience on LinkedIn, which is different, but you know, similar in some veins. And I was like, I'm just there to make friends. Like, I don't think you quite understand. And they're like, well, I want to build my personal brand. I was like, and I think that's where you go wrong, is that I'm there to literally just connect with like-minded people and boost them up.
Exactly.
And it's just coming from that place of authenticity of like commenting on their picture of their cat and then helping them out if they ask for it or if they don't.
Yeah.
And that is so cool to hear you say that.
And too, like I've mentioned a few times, like my mission is to spread love. So I love to post these like positive quotes and stuff on my Instagram that hopefully my friends will like promote and like add to their stories to inspire others. And like I said, it's just like I want to be this kind of like rock that like gets thrown in a lake that just ripples out like this just positive and love. And I'm trying to do that through coffee and tea, which is just amazing.
I think that's especially relevant and needed in the last year and a half, 2 years of what's been going on in the world every day.
Yeah.
What are you planning to focus most on in the next 6 months for your business?
Just absolutely everything. No, but I do have a strategy. So I know that for sure. I just hired this amazing social media marketing company that I know is going to help me get to that next level and just continue to spread my awareness, because I just feel like so many people, they're like, what's your business? And I'm like, Drink Katy's. And they're like, what's that? Like, they just have no idea. So I'm excited to continue to spread my awareness and build my social media, as well as my affiliates. Anyone that wants to like sell my products or promote, like you get 20% off commission. So I'm excited to see what happens with that, and just everyone spreading love. And then as well as trying to build like the wholesale side of my business to boutiques and then potentially like the grocery stores and stuff like I mentioned. Kind of just putting like my eggs in every single basket and just like watching it grow.
Yeah, that's badass. And you've already seen it grow so much. For our final segment, I want to play a game with you. Let me go grab my whiteboards that are over here.
Okay.
All right, so this game is called Are You In or Are You Out?
Okay.
So I'm going to give you 4 statements, and then you can tell me if you're in or you're out. So you can just write 1 through 4 on your board, and then we'll go one by one, and you'll write either in or out, and you can tell me why. Basically, you agree or you disagree with that statement.
I'm ready.
All right. The most important first hire for a small business is a head of operations. The most important first hire for a small business is a head of operations. Number 2, running an online business is easier than running a brick and mortar business. Running an online business is easier than running a brick and mortar business.
Okay.
Number 3, customer experience for existing customers is more important to you than getting new customers. Customer experience for existing customers is more important to you than getting new customers.
I love this game.
Number 4, and then the last one, tea is better than coffee.
Oh, just like ripping my heart out there, but okay. Oh
Okay, go ahead and show the camera what you've got. All right, so for the first one is you're out. The most important first hire for a small business is a head of operations. You're out. Tell us why you're out.
Okay, I'm so excited about these answers. So you are, as a business owner, you are the head of operations. So you wouldn't hire out another head of operations. I heard it on a different podcast years ago that you need to hire the things you don't want to do, the things you're bad at, or the things you just don't have time to do anymore. That if you're repeating something, you need to hire for that. So literally when I started this business, it was me blending all this tea and packaging it and packaging my coffee filters and sending it out to Amazon. But it's like I couldn't be selling, like I couldn't be marketing while I was packing these boxes. So that was my first hire, was having someone to help me like pack while I could go out and grow my business. So yeah, I definitely think you're the head of operations and you don't need one.
Beautiful. I mean, that was perfectly said. Okay. Number 2, running an online business is easier than running a brick and mortar business. I am seeing in. You're in on that.
I'm in.
Okay, why?
I'm 100% in on that. And this is why I started my e-commerce business. I could give you probably $1 million if I told you all the people that have asked me, well, why don't you start a coffee and tea shop? Like, it would be so cute. It would be great. And so this is my answer to every single one of them. So that's going to take like at least $1 million in build out, as well as I'm going to have to be there every single holiday, every single weekend, every single hour of the day, and wait for people to come into my store. E-commerce has totally turned that entire industry upside down, where one, all I did to start this business was a $5,000 investment that has grown into this amazing company. But 2, I can work from anywhere. I don't have to work on the weekends. I can spend time with my family and go golf or do whatever I want. And obviously, I work very hard, like a lot more than 40 hours a week, but I'm in control. Rather than having to wait for someone to come into my shop, I get to go find the customers.
You've sold me. I'd never want to open a brick and mortar store now. It takes a special person, but yeah, that's a very convincing point. All right, number 3, in or out on customer experience for existing customers is more important to you than getting new customers.
I'm 100% in on this. This is something I learned from my entrepreneurial parents. It's always better to season a current customer. And that is because, and especially in my business, is word of mouth.
Yep.
If someone is absolutely in love with you and your brand and your products and what you're doing in the world, their word of mouth telling them about it to 15 of their friends is way more powerful than getting one new sale from someone random in Arkansas. So I really think that like building a community and building a great relationship with your current customers will grow your business that much more just by word of mouth.
I agree with you 100% on it. Great explanation. Study after study has shown that the amount of money spent on new customers is not as valuable as spending it on your current customers.
Oh, good. I was right.
And then I would also say that, even the podcast studio that we're recording in, I only found out about it because of word of mouth. And so many people buy the products that my company is selling through word of mouth as well.
Absolutely.
So it's absolutely critical.
Yeah.
All right, this last one. Tea is better than coffee. You're out.
I'm out. Okay, so I started this business as like doing my tea because one, like that was the bigger seller on Amazon, like when looking at all those analytics that I was telling you about. But my true heart and soul and passion is coffee. I am the caffeine queen. It's what I love and what I drink every day. So that's like the exciting thing is these next few months, which is what I'm working on these next 6 months, is building out like my actual coffee and cold brew, beautiful packaging, and my cold brew pitcher packs that make it super easy to make at home, as well as like all my coffee bags. Like I'm gonna have them be like custom for like brides or bridesmaids or baby showers or like your own wedding and stuff, and like just super customizable. So that's just, and all kinds of really fun flavors too, like vanilla hazelnut and cookies and cream, and they're all gonna be like super healthy. So that's just what I'm really, really, really excited about, is to bring those new products to the market.
I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed because I'm on Team Tea.
Oh, yes.
A recent convert. And that's actually one of the reasons that I even ended up interviewing with you today, is because I love coffee. I've been drinking it for years, but I'm a new recent convert into tea. And
I love that.
I'm really enjoying the tea that is on the desk right now. I'm sipping it, the chocolate chip. Any last word that you want to offer our listeners? You're just like overflowing with enthusiasm, and I love it.
Yeah.
And that positivity is so refreshing. But any last words?
Okay, so if I had a single last word or thought, it would be, I just want to tell all of your listeners and anyone listening, you can do absolutely anything. Never let anyone tell you you can't do something. It's a joke now because I obviously love my parents and they're my biggest supporters. But when I first started my business, I told my dad, I was like, I'm going to like start this coffee and tea business and sell stuff on the internet. And he's just like, you're never like, who's going to buy stuff off the internet? Like, he was just like, this is never going to work. But he's like so old school. He doesn't even know how to turn on a computer or send a text message, so he just like didn't get it, but now he loves it, and every day he's like, so how much did you sell on Amazon yesterday? But that's just like one of my biggest things, just never, like, always believe in yourself. I'm telling you, if you have the heart and the soul and the drive to do it, you can take $5,000 and turn it into $2 million as well in less than 2 years. Like, it just is all about you and how much you want to work for it. But I'm here as an open book. If you have absolutely any questions about anything or how I did it or what worked or what didn't, like I said, I love making new friends. So feel free to DM me on my Instagram anytime.
Where can folks find you? What are your handles?
Okay, so my business is Drink Katy's, DRINK KATY'S, like Katy Perry. And then my personal Instagram, I'm tagged on there, but it's KATY, and my last name's Kopstad, KOPSTAD.
Katy Kopstad, thank you so much for coming on to the Customer Engagement Lab. This has been an absolute blast. And guys, go drink some Katy's tea and coffee. We'll see you on the next episode of the Customer Engagement Lab. Thanks, Katy.
Thanks so much. Had so much fun.
Adios.
Thanks for listening to the Customer Engagement Lab, brought to you by PandaDoc. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or connect with us on LinkedIn. We love to hear from you and what you think of the show.